Welcome back. I'm Pratap Singh. You're joining us on Newsx. The Noida Dowry death case has left the whole country in shock. 28-year-old Nikki was set ablaze and killed over unmet demands of dowry from the husband's family. In fact, joining us on the broadcast is a special guest, Kiran Bedi, former Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry and India's first female IPS officer, is joining us live. In fact, we are also at this point being joined by senior advocate Seema Kushwaha. We also have former NCW Chief Rekha Sharma joining us live. She's also a Member of Parliament. Welcome all of you. Thank you for being with us today on this special program. Let me make a start with you first, Kiran Bedi ji. What has shocked you in this entire dowry case, which has now led to murder of this girl in Kasna, Greater Noida? What has shocked you so much in this case that has made you speak out and speak out extremely angrily and emotionally, ma'am?
Look, I am not shocked because this is becoming the routine. A month and a half ago, there was a woman in Chennai who was a strong professional. She committed suicide for the same reason. She committed suicide. She was not burnt. She was committed suicide because, again, of the demand of dowry, and the parents continued to say, you adjust. You adjust. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. Except the brutality is a very big shock. How he pulled her out and then, with the help of his mother, burnt her down. So I am shocked, not shocked, but I am not considering this as an exception because it's happening so often. The fact is, a month ago, Chennai thing happened. So I'm not at all surprised because this is becoming the norm now in Indian society. And cancer, the dowry being a cancer in society, which we don't talk about. The individual, because it's a collaborative. There's a giver and there's a receiver. As long as it works out, it settles. But if it doesn't work out and spills over, then to such an extent, it can happen. And it's happening, but it's not getting known as much at all levels.
Yeah, you know, you've also called many individuals literate beggars.
Yes.
Is a word you've used. Just explain that a bit, Kiranji.
They are literate beggars. The boys they are sending to college and schools, etc., and even making these professionals, they're literate beggars because they are demanding price for their being a man and to marry another woman. So the price is a begging for dowry. It's a begging. Their parents beg. You know, they may demand. You can't do they demand, but it's actually begging. Begging for whom? Begging to marry their son to their daughter. Instead of begging for daughter to come and become a daughter, they're begging for material wealth along with the daughter. And who's this house? I think they're only asking for a housekeeper because they don't treat them as daughters. And they do not treat them as part of family. They treat them as housekeepers. They treat them as a provider of money if they're earning. And also to mother a child. If son is not born, they'll kill her. Or again, there'll be another reason to kill. So the money, there's a house, and then they also treat it as a nurse. Because if the mother-in-law is ill or the father-in-law is ill, who's going to take care? She takes care. So she is a property bringer. She is a mothering a child. She's also bearing beatings. She's also a nurse to the elders. All this is, and she's, this is what they are only now on with wealth. They want a woman, but the woman to housekeep them, clean, cook, stitch, tailor.
And when they want to open a beauty parlor, want to be active on social media, they have a problem with that.
Well, they would have a problem with anything because their demand was not being met. So anything is a demand problem. The problem is they were very, very brutish, and they were hungry, and they were very greedy people.
Now, as far as this case is concerned, yes, please complete.
Look, I want to tell you, this is a category. The parents knew giving a dowry is an offense. I'm sure they knew. The husband knew that demanding of dowry is an offense. Mother-in-law knows dowry is a offense. Knowingly, they've committed these crimes. Knowingly. And that is what I'm calling it. They're beggars.
No, which is why, interestingly, this had happened earlier also. He had ill-treated his wife earlier too. She had left him, gone back to her parents. Reportedly at that time, they did not go to the police, but they convened a panchayat meeting because of social reasons. They said हमारे समाज में हमने पंचायत का गठन किया था. He apologized before the panchayat. His family also said he'll never do this again. So she went back to live with him. And then look what happened, Kiran Bedi ji.
No, the panchayat should not have compromised. Panchayat should have reported the matter to the police. Because initially this is an offense. Dowry giving is an offense. Dowry taking in is an offense. Wife beating is an offense. All these are offenses. Who are they to decide? This is not a kangaroo court. They are not a kangaroo court. It just should have reported, saying, nahi, nahi, ye faisla hum nahi karenge. Police ko report karo. Why did they not report the matter to the police? Or did they let the police know that this has happened? They're not a kangaroo court. Stop having India problem is ruled particularly in rural areas. These kangaroo courts are deciding, and that's why this is happening.
Yes. Also, I have to ask you about the fact, of course, in this entire matter that all the accused now, or the whole family has been arrested. So all four have been held now, and they're all four named in the FIR. Do you believe they all are complicit equally, ma'am? And how difficult or easy is this case going to be going ahead? Do you believe there's enough evidence, with the complainant being the sister of the victim? The child also saw the hitting happening and the burning happening. How legally sound will his statement also be in a court of law? And the complicity of all the four accused, will anyone be looked at less liable or more liable in the eyes of law?
All equally responsible, equally responsible. I do not know where the father-in-law is, but the mother-in-law is a complicit, because you saw the video. And under the new law, all this audio-visual television camera evidence is admissible. Admissible. And I tell you, it's an open and a shut case. Police should finish the charge sheet in another month, and they should get a penalty by the court within 6 months minimum. Absolutely. Maximum 6 months. I think this is what should be. They can even be hanged 6 months from now.
Yes. Very quickly, what are the lessons that this entire case teaches us for our society?
Lessons is that we should be ashamed. We as a society, this culture and cancer of dowry is shameful. Problem is that it's a collaborative crime. Collaborative, where parents and the receiver and the giver. There's a receiver, there's a demander and a provider. As long as it works out by compromising at the cost of the woman's life. Remember, every woman doesn't die like this, but she dies every day. So many of them suffer mental torture. They suffer mental torture, they suffer domestic violence, and they suffer all kinds of things, but they tolerate because they have no home to go to. Parents' home is not available. The in-laws' home is not home. It's not a home. It's a prison. It's very harsh on this. That I mean that they are living in prison for sake of the child. So the housekeeping, earning, beatings, all this is happening. So I'm telling you, this is a shame on society, and these religious preachers, the political leadership, these sarpanch, corporators. I think everybody needs to make this as an issue and talk about it publicly and call such. And now, what about teachers? Teachers, well, what are they teaching the boys to be beggars? Are you making them graduate to be beggars? I think we should ask them. अच्छा आज में से हाथ खड़ा करो, आप में से beggar कौन बनेगा? I think we should remind them who will be a beggar. Let them be shamed, so that when in case they demand or the parents demand on his behalf, he should know my teacher told me एक दिन तू भिखारी बनेगा कि नहीं बनेगा? Will you be a beggar or not?
Okay. These lessons are needed for boys, as you are saying, from the classroom itself. All right. Thank you very much, Kiran Bedi, a former Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, for joining us on the broadcast with